All right, we are connected here to D double. We don't see the walking wake, which is interesting, but makes sense. No Sneasler as well, which are the two important ones. Ditto is obviously coming to this game. My team is so setup oriented that it just makes sense that they have to come. I feel like Darkrai is a solid lead from them. And also Mesprit is pretty solid if they want to get hazards up. They have no hazard removal on their team. I'm assuming that they're running a couple heavy duty boots, but probably not that many. Like, I would assume no boots on like Groudon, Ditto, Rillaboom even, so spikes are really valuable here. We're Colbur Berry on our Deoxys speed, so I should be able to live even if they're Scarf on the Darkrai. If they're Scarf Taunt, then we just click a free Psycho boost into their team the next turn, or we can double out. I can even Focus Blast, but I mean, this is the lead every time. I'm hoping that they're not running mono boots. That would be a little bit annoying for me, but we'll see. I have to play really carefully around that Ditto. Also, the Groudon is just something that you have to play carefully around all the time, so it is a huge threat. We'll see what ends up happening though. But good luck, have fun to our opponent. Make sure you go check them out along with all the other coaches as they lead with the Mesprit. That's totally fine with me. I'm just going to set up a couple layers of spikes. We are just going to go for spikes here. If they're mono boots, then I mean, it's good on them. They don't have any removal on their team, so definitely could be. I could be wasting a couple turns getting up my spikes here with Theo speed. But we also don't touch this thing. I do not run knockoff. We can see if they're going to be physically defensive or specially defensive, but it doesn't really matter too much for my Iron Boulder. I guess maybe at neutral, it would be nice to be able to knock them out with a Mega Horn. So we can kind of see about that, as they're just going to set up a screen. All right, that's quite interesting. Not what I expected to see at all. But we get up a layer of spikes. I mean, Darkrai is a huge threat. If that thing comes in, I can click Focus Blast versus them though. I think a Stealth Rock is where I need to go next, just in case that Zapdos is not boots. I think we go for rocks. Like, if they're mono boots, then it's solid for them. I don't mind scouting out the items on every single Pokemon on their team though, as they do set up the light screen now. I feel like it makes sense to like U-turn out or do something like that. I kind of want to go out to Palafin. I kind of do. I don't think they're going to throw off a T-Wave this turn. I mean, they definitely could, but I feel like U-turn, something like that, is a lot more likely. So I'm going to make the hard swap out to Palafin. They also can hard swap, or they can Healing Wish, set that up if they want. But I'm going to have to deal with dual screens. It's totally fine. Is there Trick Room? Oh. Trick Room is very interesting. I mean, what? I mean, Groudon, I guess. That's so interesting. I mean, I'm just going to fire off a flip turn here. They're just going to hard withdraw. I mean, I'm going to get the flip off. They're going to go hard out to Groudon. Very interesting. I mean, we're going to do no damage. They're not boots, so we get a little bit of chip on them, which is pretty nice. This flip should do just about nothing. They're Pasho, so we break the Pasho, which is great. But under Trick Room, I mean, it puts me in a tough spot, man. What if they're... I'm really worried about them being Modest Eruption, or I guess they'd be Quiet, because it is Trick Room. I do feel like Wheezing is my best answer every time. We should underspeed them as well, which is great. Even if they're 0 speed IVs and everything. I feel like I can go into Wheezing and I can click Toxic versus this Pokemon. And it's very free into their entire team. They don't have a switch in. So I'm just going to go for the Toxic here. If they do prove to be special, which is what I expect. We are very specially defensive on this Pokemon. If they're physical, go for a Heat Crash. It's going to hurt. I promise that. But we can potentially Pain Split off the next turn. Yeah, we're just going to get that Toxic up. Really nice. So limit this thing. It already has limited switch-ins and everything. as they're gonna Swords Dance, so I just click Clear Smog this turn. Yeah, that's great. I mean, they gotta be just like adamant. Heat Crash, probably. The Reflect is gone, so that's not Light Clay. I mean, I'm just gonna Clear Smog that off. Don't have to worry about it. Get a tiny little bit of chip. And they're gonna click Overheat. So there's some sort of mixed set. And they crit me. That's tough. Them critting me is terrible. Wow. So they did 65 with Overheat on a crit. 65% is what I'm saying. 65%. There's some sort of invest, or I guess, okay, they're brave, right? They're brave, no investment on the special attacking side. So now they're -2. They are -2. We've basically gotten rid of this thing though, if I'm gonna be completely honest. What percent are they at? They're at about, what, 50, 60%? If they're at 60% and they're max HP, we do get a little bit of health back from clicking Pain Split here. I do think Flamethrower is the better play though. I'm just gonna click Flamethrower into them. I don't need the Wheezing. It does help me a lot with a Rillaboom though. So maybe keeping this thing alive is the play. I can go out to Palafin, who shouldn't take too much from the Heat Crash. Yeah, I'm gonna go out to Palafin here. I think we always go Palafin. That makes so much sense, actually. And I'm special, so I don't have to worry about Zapdos or anything. And they clicked Terra. That's very interesting. That's a DQ from them, but it's just Terra Ground, so it probably won't matter. They don't have their Terra Cap. Let's see what they ended up going for. Stone Edge and miss. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of funny, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna take like a DQ on that. But into this Pokemon, what do we do? They said they're not gonna click Ground Move, which is great for us. Without the Pasho Berry, I mean, I just have a very, very free Hydro Pump here. Should just get a KO versus them. Obviously they can go Zapdos, but they don't. They're gonna see that we're special, but we take out the Groudon. That's really funny that they Terra that Pokemon. But we do dodge the Stone Edge, so I mean, it is what it is there. How much would that have done? It would have done maybe 40% to me, which would have been solid damage for sure. I mean, it is what it is. Sorry, they're DMing me about it. We're chilling. This thing is not boots as well, which is very, very nice for me. So they brought out the Rillaboom. I mean, if they're choice banded versus my Weezing, they are going to do a decent chunk. The Wood Hammer probably just straight up knocks me out, which is a little bit scary. They will take some recoil. If they click, I mean, if they're banded, knockoff even just knocks me out. I will make the Weezing play. I don't need it. I kind of wish I was Rocky Helmet for this scenario just to get extra chip, but we can scout if they're banded or not. We get to see. They're gonna Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed does 27 each. Bullet Seed, that's crazy. And it looks like they're loaded dice. Bullet Seed loaded dice. Wow. What kind of set are you bringing, man? That's very, very interesting. I mean, I'm going to Pain Split this turn. It just makes the most sense if they want to swap or something. But yeah, they're just going to Bullet Seed me. If they're not loaded dice and they only hit twice, then I live. No, okay. I'm pretty sure that thing's loaded dice. Looks like they're probably adamant. It's pretty close, though. So not 100% sure. I mean, we do have the potential to go out to Kyurem Black here, which I think looks pretty solid if we get up a substitute. I'm just gonna go out to my Kyurem here. I'm gonna go out to Kyurem. I mean, this thing can hit me pretty hard. We get to kind of scout it out though. I'm gonna click sub in their face. They might be just scared of Icicle Spear. They know that if I Dragon Dance, they have the potential with Ditto in the back. So yeah, they do withdraw. We're gonna get a sub up, which is great. They're gonna go hard out to Mesprit. I mean, this thing can set up a Reflect. Yeah, it definitely can, but I don't think that's too big of an issue. Can Mesprit not like break my sub? If there's Psychic Noise, it goes through, which would be very tough for me to deal with. I will be completely honest about that. But I still think Dragon Dance is my play here. I want to get that speed boost. I want to get that attack boost. I might put them in a tough spot here. But not being loaded dice is a little bit annoying. I can do a decent chunk to this guy though. We'll see if they are attacking move. They're just gonna reflect up. That's fine. I think we just spam Icicle Spear now. I think just the damage is the more important aspect here. If they do choose a swap, could be solid for me as well. As we get to see if they're physically defensive or not. I mean, hard to tell from just a couple hits. We only get 2. I think they are. As they're going to set up a light screen in my face as well. I mean, what for? What for? I mean, the Ditto, it does not go through my sub. And with another Dragon Dance, we just destroy their team. I'm a DD again. On the swap. That's fine. We're going to be +2/+2. As they go Darkrai. So if this thing is Choice Scarf, they might be able to outrun me. Yeah, if they are, they definitely outrun me. But if I get up to +3/+3, well, I mean, no matter what, it's all about this sub. I can't knock them out with the sub not being up. Right, we all know that. So I think I just DD up again. It's a tough situation though. If they're Scarfed here and they break my sub, what kind of position does that put me in? I don't know. I can scout by going for DD though. Even if they break my sub, I can switch. I'm a DD a 3rd time, as they are Scarfed. So they are Choice Scarf Darkrai. I know that for a fact. My sub is gone. And they're just clicking Dark Pulse. And with our 3rd DD up here, I mean, we just get destroyed by the Ditto, right? So I think I'm going to go out to my AV Palatine. I think that's just the play that I always have to play. I think they always have to click Dark Pulse over and over. And we're just going to go out to this Palatine. I can click Draining Kiss, Boom Burst, Hydro into them. Yeah, I mean, they do a decent chunk. They do 100. No more Reflect. So, I mean, my flip turn does a lot to this Darkrai, if I'm be completely honest. My physical attack is still higher than my special, which is kind of crazy. But I'm thinking I just click Hydro here. Boom Burst might be a little bit safer to get that damage. It's definitely going to go off. Yeah, I'm going to actually click Boom Burst here. As they withdraw, they know they need that Pokemon to be able to beat me. As they go Zapdos. Okay. Zapdos, I mean, under the light screen, ooh, they're not boots. That's huge. I mean, we do a decent-ish chunk there. And then no more light screen. Means that my Hydro is honestly a roll to kill. I'm never going to risk it, though. I'm hard swapping here. What should I go out to? It's a little bit tough to tell, but I think it makes sense for me to go Dio Speed in front of this thing. If they end up going for Volt Switch, I do think we can still live a Dark Pulse from Scarf Darkrai. It's a little bit up in the air, but we are Colbur Berry, so it could happen. We'll see, though. All right, they're just going to discharge. A Para would be annoying, but not the end of the world. Perfect. Let's see. What exactly do I do here? Do I spike again or do I Psycho Boost this turn? I could also Focus Blast. Getting this thing out of the way would be really nice. I think I'm going to click Spike again this turn. If they make the hard Darkrai play, that's okay, as they do stay in. That's totally fine. If we get Parrot here, it's tough. It definitely is. We do. Yeah, it is what it is. It happens. I'm just gonna go for the spike on this turn just in case they swap. I'm not gonna click Psycho Boost or anything. I mean, we're just gonna get all our hazards up here. Nice. That's great. I love that for me. And I do have this sack if I do want to switch out. I'm thinking in this scenario, there's no reason for me to. I'm just gonna click Psycho Boost versus this guy. I can go out to Kyurem Black afterwards. They're gonna Volt, so they're gonna get some switch initiative here. I mean, I guess I'm getting switch initiative. It really depends on what they're gonna go out to here. The hazards are gonna be really tough for them to deal with. As they go out to Rilla, I mean, I think I just go Kyurem and I click Ice Skull Spear and I basically just claim a KO. Man, that's a lot of damage. Grassy Surge goes up as well, which is great for me. It might be nice to get a Dragon Dance up, but I don't know. I don't think it's needed. I think I just click Ice Skull Spear every time. And I basically just claim a KO. I should be faster. Should be faster than this guy. We just Ice Skull Spear. As they're gonna U-turn, they are faster. They're not Scarfed. Rillaboom. They might just be max speed. I guess even if they're max adamant, they do outspeed me with my creeping. But we get a strong hit off on something. Something's going down. I'd love to see the Zapdos. It's gonna be the Darkrai. Okay. I mean, this thing probably should die after 3 layers of spikes, a rock, and at least 2 hits from Ice Skull Spear from a Kyurem Black. Yeah, I think that's dead. Yep, goodbye Darkrai. And they have no way to stop me from subbing up. Their best bet is maybe like Zapdos. Like a Para on me would be very annoying. I guess they also have Mesprit that can get up a Reflect. Maybe a Light Screen as well, but I sub in their face. And I am Rest. This is a really fun Kyurem Black set. Oh, I'm really loving this. And what do you go out to here? They're gonna send back out Rillaboom. Can this Rillaboom like knock me out with any one shot? It might be able to. It definitely can. If they have like a low kick on their set. They are very low at this point. Kyurem basically just destroys them, right? Kyurem absolutely destroys them. So do I sack? I could go something like Flutter Mane, but it might put me in range of Grassy Glide. Flutter Mane, I know they're not choice banded, so I'm never dead to Grassy Glide off the rip. Should I sack off Palafin here? Is that the play? It honestly could be. Man, this is a hard choice. I'm pretty sure they're loaded dice. I don't want them to low kick into me. Because Kyurem Black, low kick. We always live, actually. Oh, what the heck? I'm clicking it. They're just gonna glide. Okay. So that's best case scenario for me. I mean, that Pokemon goes down. Super easy. No DD or anything. If I had sub there, I mean, it would have been better. But, you know, I couldn't risk them low kicking and then it taking me out of sub range. But this Kyurem is unstoppable right now. Like, what did they go out to? They're Ditto? Yeah, they are. And this can be a threat. I mean, so much spikes damage is great. Okay, I want to see. Okay, this custom set, they have 48 base HP. So they can never knock me out with Spear here. 3 hits from Spear does not very much. If they get a 5 hit of spear and they do 285 to me, what is that leaving me at? Let me do a little bit of calculation here. 339 minus 285 leaves me at 54. That's definitely not enough for a sub, and that can put me in a pretty bad spot. If I get enough rolls, I can just straight up knock them out too. I have the potential to rest in front of Mesprit, so I'm just gonna spear versus them. They're gonna spear me first. I mean, we'll see how many hits they get. They're gonna get 3 at least, 4. All right, they're getting lucky, unless they're loaded dice, which would be funny. But I'm just gonna click it versus them. 1, 2. Come on, give me 4 like them. We get a crit. We only get 2. That's not the end of the world. They heal first. I mean, I'm sure this guy's scarfed, right? We just kind of know that at this point. I'm gonna go hard Palafin here. It's a interesting mind game situation for them here because I think they need the Ditto to win. But we withdraw, so they didn't. Unless, like, if we show, or if they show to withdraw, then it's tough for me. But yeah, they just Icicle Spear. It's gonna do very little damage to me, to my Palafin here. They will outrun me though, and they get a crit. Let's see. I mean, after terrain, I think I'm out of range of 5 hits. Yeah, even before, I'm out of range, and I have Boom Burst. Boom Burst just gets a kill. If they want to go Zapdos, I'm getting that thing very low. Yeah, they do go Zapdos. I mean, this should be a 2-hit KO. I mean, maybe not, but after the rocks? Yeah, it definitely is. If this thing is not fast, then I just knock them out here. So I'm going for it. Are you max speed? Or I guess near max speed. No, you're not. Okay, Palafin's gonna take a KO with Boom Burst there. I am in such a demanding spot. I love this. I do have to worry. Do I have to worry that much about their Ditto coming in? I guess not, because they go Mesprit here. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna click flip turn here. What are they gonna do? They cannot Trick Room. They can't do anything like that. I'm just gonna get this nice flip turn off. If they're, I can see it being a threat if they are Healing Wish as last here. If they're Healing Wish last, what do I want to have out? I think Kyurem is honestly the best Pokemon. It could be Fluttermane. It locks them into Shadow Ball, and then Fluttermane gets destroyed by Flip Turn, I think. Fluttermane. Let me look at my set. Custom set, 48 base HP versus my Palafin here. They don't get destroyed. Honestly, Fluttermane would be a little bit tough. Honestly, Palafin would be like the better thing to have out, but we're gonna go Kyurem because we do lock them into the Icicle Spear as their one move, which is fine. They are Healing Wish. Okay, so Healing Wish in front of my Kyurem, so they're gonna get their own Kyurem Black back out. It's scary. It definitely is. I mean, one hit from me should knock them out. That's not true. That's not true at all, but an Icicle Spear from them, unless they get like a lot of hits, is not knocking me out, I don't think. They're gonna take the Spikes and the Stealth Rocks after that. I forgot about that. So they're already down pretty far. What do we have to worry about? 3-hit Icicle Spear is a roll to kill me. If I'm at 158. 158. It's a chance. Let me rest here. They get a big crit, so they're gonna knock me out. Unless they only get 2. No, they don't. All right. What do I go here? I mean, I can go Fluttermane, right? And just Choice Scarf Moonblast versus them. Should be free, right? I'm not overthinking or anything. I think Choice Scarf Floater just comes out and destroys them. We click Moonblast, and we should pick up a 3-0 victory over Dell. Huge win against a great battler. Make sure you guys go check them out along with all the other coaches. Really stressful battle for me, if I'm gonna be completely honest. This was a tough matchup into Sun. I mean, the Sun helps me for sure. I will not lie about that, but it's always tough to play around Sneasler, Rillaboom, play around Groudon, Walking Wake sort of stuff. But I'm glad to get it done. I hope you guys enjoy. We are 4-1, separating ourselves from the pack. I think we're basically clinched for playoffs. One more would definitely do it. But yeah, it's a really fun season so far. Hope you guys are enjoying. It's going to be about it for me. See you in the next one. Peace out.